So now in our edit smoothie component, we're reaching out to our Firestore database and grabbing this particular smoothie, and we can see the name of that right here. So now we have the data for this smoothie. We could output it to the screen inside the template in a form so the user can edit that data and then update it in the database. Now this form is going to look pretty similar to the form we had for an add component where we have a title and the ingredients fields. So instead of writing this from scratch, why not just copy and paste from the add smoothie component. We'll go to the top where the template is and we'll grab this form right here and copy it, and then we'll paste it inside edit smoothie underneath this H2. So there are a few changes we will need to make to this. First of all, when we submit the form, we're preventing the default action and we're calling add smoothie at the minute. We want to call a function called edit smoothie instead. That makes more sense. So down here as well, where the button to update the smoothie exists, we'll say update instead of add. We also want to update these things right here. At the minute, we're saying the V model is title, V model is ingredients, we're looping through ingredients, etc. But these things, these properties, they don't exist on our data down here. We have this thing called smoothie, and that's where all of our data is stored. Whereas in add smoothie, we had all of those different properties laid out explicitly. We don't here. We don't have the title or ingredients. We just have the smoothie, and all of the data is inside that smoothie. Things like the title and the ingredients. So we can still do this. We can still output the data. We just need to edit this. So instead of v model equals title, it will be smoothie to grab that smoothie dot title. Okay. Same here. We want to loop through smoothie dot ingredients, and the v model will be smoothie dot ingredients. Okay. Now we also need to define a couple more data properties, another where a user tries to add another ingredient, and also feedback where we provide feedback to the user. We need to define those down here. So we'll say another, because we will allow a user to add another ingredient in the edit screen. They can't just edit the current ones, they can also add new ingredients. So we'll set that to null to begin with. We also need to define feedback for when we do provide feedback to a user up here, and this will be null to begin with as well. Okay, so that's the basics changed. That will do for now. What I'd like to do is just save this and view it in a browser so far. So there it is, and we can see now this form output to the screen. Now the styles again are completely correct, so what we'll do is grab the styles from add smoothie down here. So we'll grab all of these and copy them and paste them inside add smoothie, or edit smoothie rather. And where it says add smoothie here, we need to change that to edit, and there's a few of them down here in the CSS, so just change each one to make sure the rules get updated and apply to this component. Save that, let's view it, and hopefully this will look a little bit better. Yep, starting to look better. Okay then, so we still need to do a few different things. First of all, we need to make it so that when a user clicks one of these, we can delete that ingredient, and also if they want to add a new one, we need to let them do that as well. Now currently this is not going to work. If I try to delete one, we're probably going to get an error. Yeah, we do. And if I try to add a smoothie, add an ingredient, then we get another error because these two things aren't hooked up. We don't have those functions to add an ingredient or delete an ingredient in this component. So again, they are going to be very similar to the ones from the add smoothie component. So let's copy them from here to begin with, then just make a couple of changes. So copy those, and we'll need to create a methods property right here. And inside that methods property, we can paste these two in. So there's a couple of changes we need to make here. Again, we're saying this dot ingredients, right? That doesn't exist. The ingredients are stored on this smoothie object. So we need to say this dot smoothie dot ingredients. So this dot another is fine, where we're pushing this to the ingredients. This dot another is fine as well, where we're checking that the user has typed something in to that ingredient. And this dot feedback is fine if they don't type anything in whatsoever. Okay, so that's fine now. Add ing and delete ingredient. Again, we need to say this dot smoothie dot ingredients, and same over here. This dot smoothie dot ingredients. Dot ingredients, and that should be fine. Okay, so let's save that, and we'll get rid of that log over there. And if we try to delete one now it works. Cool. And if we try to add one, we'll say pineapple. Now we get it. It works. Cool. So there's one more thing I'd like to do, and that's to hook up a function to this button so when we submit the form, something fires at least. So let us now create another method, and this one is going to be called edit smoothie. So we'll copy that and we'll go to methods and add it in at the top. Oops, what have I done there? Add it in at the top, edit smoothie, like so. Okay, so inside this, all we'll do is log out the title and the ingredients. So we'll say console.log this.smoothie.title and also this.smoothie.ingredients, like so. Okay, so if we save now, what we'll do is update some of these things. So we'll delete the banana, we'll add in apples, and we'll change this to Mario Mood or something like that. I know these are really rubbish smoothie names. Don't blame me for that. Okay, so update smoothie. Now we see that these things right here, we have, oops, we didn't add this ingredient. We need to press tab. Let's do that again. Update smoothie. Now we have these three ingredients, and we should also see Mario Mood for the title. Awesome. Okay, so that's pretty much our form done when it comes to view. The only thing we need to do now is update this button so that it interacts with our Firestore database and pushes this updated record to the database.